up to this next thing. So some of you may have heard, recently AOC was crashing out on IG again. And I didn't hear it. I just wanted y'all to hear it. They said that she was upset about the whole TikTok thing. And we talked about it last night. That's why I be telling them, y'all slow. We've been talked about how TikTok, the situation with Trump. We was out here, AOC. We got it. But it was just funny to watch her talk her stuff about it as if she was telling somebody something. As if she was telling us something we didn't know about who's taking over this. I mean, come on, we watching it with you. We watching you stand down there and not do nothing about it. So anyway.
I want you all to put all the pieces together.
Yeah,
because
it's going to help us put the pieces together.
Is that every social media platform, mass social media platform in the United States has been taken over by the right wing, with the exception of Blue Sky, but Blue Sky is still very small.
Hold on. I must pause that right now to say that YouTube is not that. YouTube is not that. YouTube is not that. YouTube is not that. The second they think I'm talking something good about Trump, I get suppressed. The second they think anything's about him, they're putting labels and all this. This ain't that. This ain't that. For those of y'all that don't make content on this platform, this ain't that. So don't let her make you think everything them been took over. And that's why I keep saying, and respect to those allowing me the platform, but they need to be questioned as well. And I'm talking about the Alphabet folks. And I don't mean the LGBT. I'm talking about Alphabet Incorporated. There's some things going on there that I think need to be questioned. Because I know there's a real difference between if I say something bad about Trump versus saying something good about Trump. There's a whole different thing they do to push the content. And it's the same person talking it. And I got the same format. And the show ain't changed. So, don't let her just tell you everybody. Nope. We're going to find out why that one is not being brought into Congress. That's what I want to know. Why they not questioning them about none of that? So, anyway.
When I say put the pieces together, Elon Musk took over Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's open reporting. It's pretty obvious as well that they have manipulated the algorithms. They've artificially manipulated the algorithms to boost right-wing content on X and to amplify harassment. Then you have Meta. So you have Mark Zuckerberg, and I know we're on Instagram right now, saying that they're basically also bending the knee to Trump with their changes to fact-checking, regardless on how effective that was in the first place. It's an open signal. And now TikTok is now saying, hey, we are agreeing, we will use our push notification system for all 170 million American users to promote Donald Trump. Just understand that government announcements like this with companies, they never name politicians. They will usually name law or policy. TikTok is making an explicit agreement to do this. And if I were a betting person, they probably are making a deal with Donald Trump to not just use these push notifications. They probably would consider algorithmic changes.
So it's just like the same thing, but Trump doing it. I see what the problem is, but it was an existing problem.
The environment was because there was a lot of pro-Palestinian content, and that argument was being used as being somehow anti-American, which, you know, human rights, I guess supporting human rights is somehow bad.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me move this on over here. Let me get myself together. Because I'm going to be honest with you. All of the social media platforms, like KJ is saying in the chat here, or Kali is saying in the chat. Sorry, Sergeant, about that. They had left control before Elon, right? And here's the thing. If we're tweaking an algorithm in one direction or the other to promote or not promote certain content, it is up to the platforms to allow the information to get through. So far, from what I've heard, and this is just me and what my research has brought back, is that most of the suppression was going against particular government situations in the last 4 years, like the Hunter Biden laptop and the whole Russian collusion thing and people who didn't want to take the vaccine. And it seems like a lot of that was coming from that. So now flipping that is no better. But, and I gotta slice my words properly here. But at this point, I have yet, because I'm a research person now, I can't take none of this shit y'all put up here at face value no more. Everybody's clipping things in 2 seconds and this and that. AI is out there. I can't take none of it at face value. So I have to research everything. And a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, when I go research the stuff, it seems like I'm finding answers that do lean in one direction. And then when I look for an opposing answer, I can't get an actual answer. I get somebody just mad because I don't not believe what I heard from somebody who gave me the answer. And that's the part that's very confusing for me. Like if somebody says, all right, there's a Nazi rally going on that Trump is leading down in DC. Okay, there's a Nazi rally going on that Trump's leading down in DC. So I tune into the TV to see said Nazi rally, see what goes on. And then I don't see that. I see a bunch of people hugging. I see black people, white people, Chinese people, old people, young people, a couple gay dudes. Everybody was down there. I didn't see a Nazi rally, right? So when I come back to the people and say, hey, I didn't see that you were saying I was going to see. Instead of them saying to me, well, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe they just acted right that day. Maybe it was just giving me something. No, they just be like, oh, you're a MAGA person. No, I'm just asking the follow-up question that a rational mind would ask. Okay? So I could understand the truth in the statement of saying that the algorithm would be adjusted to allow more right-wing content, because that would be what's necessary to open up the content that was already suppressed. You see what I'm saying? So of course they would have to open it up in order to open up what was being suppressed. So we don't necessarily know if there's information on both sides being suppressed, but we do know, based on what Zuckerberg was saying and what TikTok had going on, and Elon on X, and even what I deal with here on YouTube, there is definitely a side of suppression, and I'm trying to tell you right now, it is not the right suppression. And I mean that with a pun intended. It's not the right suppression. Okay? So y'all can take that how you want. You can call me what you want. But if you want to debate me, I have no problem bringing you up on the show, and we can go point for point, bar for bar. But don't come at me with no attacks. Come at me with the facts. Real facts. Show me how many people are struggling versus not struggling. Show me how many people have been lynched in these cities that are supposed to be so freaking racist. Show me. And then we can talk about it. But other than that, I don't even want to hear about that shit no more. Because we all live here.